After this one, I'm going to tell you how this data engineer will help you in your future career also. So basically, the data engineer terminology is called as a on-cloud ETL developer. On-cloud ETL developer is nothing but, first of all, what is cloud? See, the cloud, whatever you are accessing the portals, like for example, ADF.azure.com, AWS.com, right? GCP.com, right? Those are all URL which is provided by the Microsoft. Okay, Azure is provided by Microsoft. Whatever application you are accessing via web browser, the application is deployed on their data center. It means no need of hardware on or software need to be installed on your laptop. Okay, no need of software or hardware. Okay, software or hardware installation is not required. Okay, so no need of hardware or software installed on your laptop or remote desktop. It means, why I'm telling remote desktop means in real time, before the cloud, the lab software has been installed on the laptop in remote desktop, which is completely taken care by the company or you. For example, you install some .NET software, you are going to utilize, right? So it will, maintenance and installation, upgrade and everything you have to take care. So what happened, day to day, the data become huge. So it is very difficult. Our laptops or remote desktops, whatever available, right? It is difficult to maintenance. In order to fulfill those gaps, cloud has been introduced. Past few years back, the cloud become, huge demand nowadays. So that is the reason there are three major markets are there, which is covered by the like US, Europe, and Asia's continent, right? I mean, I'm just telling about continent wise. The major companies like Microsoft, GCP, and AWS companies are providing the cloud related application, which is for the enterprises organization. Enterprise is nothing but the big organizations. Means enterprises resource planning companies. They are going to utilize these applications in order to process their data. So that is cloud. Actual technically, I'm telling the cloud. It means you don't need to maintain by you. Okay, it is, I mean, you don't need to hardware or software worries. It is completely taken care by the Microsoft. He just provided, you need to sign up and utilize the cloud platforms. Okay, so as per your requirement. So that is cloud. What is ETL developer? ETL developer is nothing but extraction, transformation, and loading. Assume like you are working some company, business user wants some report. Okay, assume you take it as a Walmart. Walmart like sales manager, he is like complete one state manager. He wants to know how much sales is happen for my complete complete cities, major cities, metropolitan city. He wants to know or particular state. Okay, so he want to get those kind of report, and the data is available in file or table, and data is huge. You will think like reporting can take it the data and do the report. No, not like that. What happened? Data is available either in file or table. Here, Walmart has utilized multiple applications based on the use case of the, for example, on Hyderabad city, they are getting good business. So they have maintained high level applications. The high level application generating of files or tables data. So those files are table data. ETL developer will extract the data. Assume like from file, you want 1000 records. Assume like in table, you want 500 records, but business one only 200 records. Yes, they want to extract data from file or table, only 200 records. So you are going to do the extraction process. The extraction process is nothing but fetching the information from the table or file, required amount of data. Then you are applying the logic. Logic in the sense transformations, known as business logic. For example, they want to apply some business logic like filter apply, joins, right? They want to apply. So whatever logics you are going to apply with help of some transformations, inbuilt transformation. Once you apply the transformation, then you are going to load the data to required tables or file. It means this data can be utilized by the reporting. This is exactly work done by the data engineer or ETL developers. Earlier, you used to call as a ETL developer, known as middleware developer. For example, before the cloud, what are the tools we have? So before the cloud, we have Informatica, L&D, SAP Data Services. Still, we are utilizing these tools, Alteryx, etc. Okay, these are the ETL tools. Still, in the market, they are use case, but cloud has been introduced. Now, these ETL tools having less demand. Okay, but guys, what I mean to say, whenever business, for example, business is getting huge data. Nowadays, marketing has become one of the key role to sell their product. If you take it on Pepsi or Coca-Cola, they are selling their product in small villages, right? How? They're marketing and they are getting daily huge amount of records. And business is going daily, day to day increasing. Data is not decreasing, day to day increasing. In order to handle those volume of data, this on-premise application cannot suit. So that is the reason they are going with help of cloud. Why? Because of volume of data first. Volume of data, maintenance, and they want real-time data also. So these three major solutions related to the ETL, related to the data engineer solutions, these three major solutions, that is the reason companies are moving to cloud data engineer solutions. Earlier, we have ETL developers called on-premise ETL tool means Informatica Talent. It means this is completely installed on your laptop or remote desktop, which is taken care by the client. So you are accessing those applications, but it is maintained by who? Client or you. So what happened, during maintenance, for example, you want to process 10 years or 5 years of data. So you need to scale up the hardware and software also. Yes. Why? Because that amount of data, it is very difficult to handle these things, these tools. Now what happened due to this cloud? Okay, due to this cloud, you can automatically, before making the process, you just auto scale up by going the setting. Based on your use case, they are charging the amount. Here, maintenance completely take care by the Microsoft. You don't need to worry about your, everything is automated. Guys, previously, assume like whenever you installing the database on your laptop, it hardly taking 30 to 40 minutes. Now, because of this Azure, you can simply, everything will be deployed on the cloud within 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, even for data engineer person, even developers also, they can easily install the application base. No need to worry. Why? Because it is very, everything is automated backend. No need of extra configuration is required. 30 minutes taking, here completely taking 5 minutes. Everything on the, even I'm utilizing database on cloud, and this is the ETL tool, which is like data fed, which I am using on the cloud only. So what I mean, due to this high level features, so we can utilize this solution for the enterprises purpose, ERP related solutions. Nowadays, the big clients are almost migrating their data to the cloud. So this is about cloud and this is about data engineering. But still ETL developer use only these two things, SQL, Informatica, SAP Data Services, like this. Example I'm telling, it means complete navigation, drag and drop. But when data engineering came, okay, they have provided the solutions many ways. For example, you want to develop it with complete code. Yes, you can still utilize Python, PySpark, SQL. You can implement the ETL function, possible. It is there. But you want to go with complete navigation. We have in Azure specific data factory, data flows. You can implement complete navigation. Okay. So it means in data engineer, we have multiple ways to implement the solutions. For example, small companies are there. You can take startups. Yes, startup companies also there in data engineers and data science AI. They want to utilize the cloud solutions. Okay. So here, cloud solutions, they are providing some kind of categories. Like for example, SaaS-based application, software has, you want only software. I don't want anything. It means only tools you are utilizing, storage and everything take care by me. So those kind of things also these cloud solutions are providing. But some companies are there. They want like infrastructure, IaaS, and platform as services. Yes, this kind of services also this cloud services. So it means with help of cloud, you can make complete infrastructure and you can make you don't want complete, you want just only tool, ETL tools, you can utilize it. So many solutions is there here. And second thing is small, for example, startup companies, they want to implement the solution with help of open source. So earlier they have to go with this all the solutions. Now the cloud is supporting the open source is very well. So that is the reason everyone is going to utilize this data engineer solutions. It means with help of Python, PySpark, SQL, we can implement end-to-end ETL solutions is possible. Yes, possible. But you know, you may need some knowledge on this one, coding. But you don't want to go with coding completely. You want to stress yourself with only navigation part. This data factory, data flow is enough. But Synapse data warehouse, that is data warehouse, that is also required. But you can implement. But during certain experience, when you are moving to 10 to 8 years, it is good to have this knowledge also, guys. Yes, it is good to have knowledge. Why? Because you can honestly telling, once you got the job, once you survive in the data-free data flow, please focus on Python, PySpark. Honestly telling, your job will never remove from any position. Why? Because if you are going with this navigation and coding, your scope will be good and always demand will be there. Yes, always demand. Why? Because small companies also they are hiring the data engineer persons in order to make the open source solutions. For example, startup companies. It means you have lots of opportunities. In my training, I'm covering these things and data engineering related to Azure also I'm covering. It means it will become complete packet for you if you want to become a Azure data engineer. Second thing, there are two profiles of them. Specific to Azure data engineer, specific to open source. I'm focusing both. And second thing, after completion in this part, I'm covering Microsoft Fabric also. Microsoft Fabric, this is also one of the latest tool which is provided by the cloud related, which is provided by the Azure. But Microsoft Fabric, what is the best use cases? It is like end-to-end data analytic engineering. In my training, I'm covering data engineer related Microsoft Fabric. That will be help to add on topic more. It means extra thing. What happened, for example, you are hired for the Azure data engineer, but companies slowly switching to Microsoft Fabric soon, very fast. Then at that time, you can't tell them, right? But that tool and this tool are almost same, guys. Just configuration is less here, more use case. So if you want to become a perfect Azure data engineer, Microsoft Fabric is also this. So, but Microsoft Fabric is purely helpful for Power BI people and Tableau people. Why? Because guys, the person who is sitting on working on reporting, it is mandatory. They should go on data engineering or data warehouse or data science. It is mandatory, guys. Why? Because report is now configured with the AI. You give the simple prompt, it is making the reports. So they don't want like that persons. So they want complete data engineer person who can provide the solutions related to the ETL as well as open source solutions. So companies are now looking more on this. Why? Because see, reporting is very rare. I will showcase you in my future class how the Copilot will help to make the report. Okay. And right now, Microsoft is on top position on the cloud. Why? Because they have the good client and they are integrated with AI also. And one more thing, you don't need to worry on this one Python and PySpark. I will showcase with help of AI how can you utilize the AI for the data engineer solution. I will showcase that part also. So you don't need to worry coding also. But basic coding is required. For example, you don't know basic Python and PySpark, I will help you. Why basic is required? For example, whenever you are chatting with AI, when you give the input, AI give the code. That code you need to just modify it. Modify means just simple changes is required. As per your requirement, you need to modify it and upload. The logic, everything is same. You just need to change the column name. That's all. What happens if you understand where I have to change, the basic part is required. Then only you can justify the data engineer performance. So this is about major thing of Azure Data Engineer and Generic Data Engineer. In my training, I'm going to cover data factory, data flow, Synapse Analytics. This is related to pure Microsoft product and Microsoft Fabric, major things here. Add-ons. Okay, these are all the topics related to the Microsoft products. After this one, open source means SQL, PySpark, Python. This is also open source. It means, yeah, somebody is asking something. Yes, please. Okay. So guys, what I mean to say, why this is required? If you want to sit in Microsoft product, okay, go ahead, you can sit in. But you know, in real-time work, certain of experience, as I said already, you need to handle 2-3 projects. At that time, best example I will tell you, real-time scenario. Right now in my organization utilizing, my company, they are selling their product everywhere. Every small village, every continent, every country is available. Famous product. But right now, the situation, some countries are happening war. They don't want to invest the cloud infrastructure over there. What they say, hey, the business is very low. Try to extract the data with help of PySpark and Python. Yes, open source, less cost compared to in cloud. It is having 100 rupees. It will be done with 20 rupees only. So definitely, client will choose these solutions. So at that time, these solutions will play key role. Less investment, more output. So that is the reason. Second thing is, for example, once you've done data, you want to go to data science, AI related, these three key skills are mandatory. Yes. So what I suggest you guys, apart from this one also, you should focus for your career growth. And one more thing, if you want to become a data engineer, generic data engineer, you don't want to go in complete cloud related Azure or AWS GCP, you can go ahead with this open source also. Yes, this is enough also. But certain level of experience they are asking. It means after completion of at least one cloud, then you can go ahead with this also. You can just focus this part, you can survive with good package. Package also very high, guys. Okay. So what I suggest you guys, so please go through at least one cloud, then start to explore on this also during your experience. Okay, in my training, I'm covering this all the major topic, which is as per the project wise. It means this all the concepts are there as per the project. It means whatever scenarios which I'm using in my projects, I'm going to share. One more thing, concept, scenario, plus spelling, ignore it, interview questions. I'm sharing interview questions. Why? Because recently my student got selected, right? So what are the questions they ask? How? And one more thing, whenever I'm explaining the scenario, end-to-end scenario I'm going to create. I don't want to go simple approaches. First, I will explain basic. Okay, simple example I want to tell you. For example, business wants some report. What kind of data they want? Why reporting team cannot do? Why we can do? Those kind of scenarios I will explain. Why? Because whenever you got an opportunity in the real-time world, you are in the calls with the business. Everyone is doing the requirement gathering. At that time, your mind will be blank. In my training, you don't need to worry all these things. Why? Because first of all, I will explain, hey, this is the requirement you got, and you need to make this scenario. Why? This is for the reporting purpose. Why they come in? Why? Because they cannot handle huge amount of records. And one more thing, it is bad practice to give all the data to them. So that is the reason we are there. So we have to fulfill this gap. So like that, I will explain you. Then you will understand. Then interview question. What are the questions they will ask in the interview? What kind of topic we have to stress more? Why? Because there are few scenarios are there. In real time, we are going those part only. And second thing, most important here, whenever you start going to work, okay, whenever you start going to work in the real-time world, it is mandatory we should aware of some integration patterns. Integration patterns. This is, basement for ETL. Yes, basement for ETL means whenever you're connecting some system, what are the approaches we need to connect? How to load? there are some patterns are there. This pattern we experience how I got it. Why? Because I was a on-premise ETL developer as well as SAP consultant. Those experiences help to make data engineering solution better way more. Why? Because we follow best practice. Best practice means standard way to implement the solutions. Okay, there are certain standards are there, guys. Okay, for example, if you go some construction house, they follow certain standards as per the government norms. And there is also some patterns also there. We should follow those patterns as per the Microsoft, as per the SAP. So those kind of scenarios I will explain and integrate in my project. This is completely like project training, less theory, more practicals. And one more thing, after completion of training, whenever the person is, they want to prepare for the interview, I will help you them session by one-to-one session by making the resume. Once I completed these two topics, I will make one session. How to prepare for this one. Once completed this topic, I will tell one more section, how to prepare. After completing this topic, how to prepare. So once we complete a certain module, I'm going to share some key information, how to practice, how to, content is more, how to rectify it in small way. So those key things, it will help you to prepare for the interview as well as crack the interview. So the major thing which you get it from my side. Any doubts? Any doubts, guys? Do you have? Please ask me. I will try to answer your questions.
Are you covering the Python from basics, or only you
Yeah.
show the how
No,
to get the code from AI?
See, I'm covering from basic Python to advanced level. How Python can use case for the ETL side. Basic Python, how PySpark can utilize for the ETL side. Basic SQL, the use case, whatever use case are there, how the SQL will useful for the integration as well as data warehouse project. I will showcase with the code explanation also. No need to worry on this. See, you don't need to go complete full stack. If you're going with this full stack, definitely you will get a confusion. Data engineer related key parts we need to focus. See, Python use cases everywhere, guys. Data analysis, data science, machine learning, AI. If you go to everything, what happened, definitely you'll get a confused. We have to focus as per the roadmap for the data engineer required. The best practice roadmap is how the SQL is useful for the data engineer, how the Python is useful, how PySpark. Those key things I'm focusing on. Not all. Why should I go with Python with web-based application? Why should I create HTML, JavaScript? Right? It is not required. We are not working on that. So we are working on related to ETL side, data engineer related stuff. Those part I'm covering here. Okay. So
Yes, thank you.
yeah. So these are the key things, guys. You will get a knowledge from my training side. If one more thing, if it is theory or the left, if any reference are there, definitely I will share my content reference. For example, hey, you can refer this side. This is best example. You can more scenario. And one more thing, once I completed the scenario, I will give you assignment to you also in that session only. Hey, this is the assignment you need to implement. Why? Because I will make half. Second half, you have to cover it. What happen, if I'm covering 5 scenarios, if I'm covering at least 4 scenarios, then become 9 scenarios. For one project, 9 scenarios is better. In your resume, at least you have to give 2 projects. 9 plus 9, 18. Around you take 20 scenarios. So 20 scenarios on your resume means definitely it will help to crack a job for 2 or 3 years of experience. And rest of basic questions you will ask. But resume making, everything I will tell you how to make, how to add the keywords and everything whenever we connected one-to-one sections. Okay, it is very important, guys. Okay, to follow the data engineer roadmap and as well as best practice. If you not follow these two things, means honestly telling, it will become complex too. So in my training, I'm following these two approaches mostly. Best practice, data engineer roadmap, exactly. And second thing, once you done the data engineer, okay, now you want to go with other technology. What are they? I will tell you in later, last sections. So how we can go to, if you want to go to Oracle side, if you want to go to SAP, or you want to go to AI, how data engineers also will help on AI side. I will tell some complex project. So you need to explore on your free time during your job role. Yes. See, this profile is not like ending. It is going on project. Why? Because whenever AI is there, data engineer work is there. Without data engineer, AI cannot fulfill. Why? Because the way of model creation, the data is providing back in by data engineering person. Yes. For model creation for AI people, they want data. How AI is getting the data in proper format? Your people are providing those data. So that is the reason you work always there. Even reporting team, source team, DB team, they can lose the work. But still, your dependency is more. Why? Because you are connecting to many systems, not like single database, many systems, SAP, non-SAP, SQL, file, SFTP, many systems as per the requirement. They want data, you need to connect it and give it to them. Everything is automated, guys. No need to stress yourself. Once you created the flow, everything is automated. You schedule it, the flow will load the data. You don't need to stress. Once you done good, once you have the good experience, you will sort it out everything. Okay, it will take time. Minimum 1 year will take time to survive the data engineer profile. Minimum 1 year time. But in this 1 year, you learn many things. But one more thing I want to call it here. You don't need to stop yourself. Why? Because you just need to explore the key things, how data engineering use cases are going on. Okay. So these are the key things, guys, you need to focus in your future also. Guys, calls are good. That if you don't need to ask me also, you directly go LinkedIn and Google, or mostly try to check it in LinkedIn and Naukri, Monster, Indeed. These sites are enough. You get how the openings are in data engineering. And don't ask me also or anybody. Simple, go ahead and turn the Azure Data Engineer or Data Engineer. You will get a bunch of openings and packages are good. But see, packages we are getting good means so not like that. Okay. Way of work also there like that. Suppose if you're getting 25 lakh, 35 lakh, work also there like that. With challenges work also there. So don't expect during what I suggest to you, during your career stage, don't expect lot package. Once you get the subject, then to expect the lots of package. Why? Because how you are taking the package, the work also will like that. So best suggestion, try to expert the basic thing, try to get a job with a good package, then survive at least 1 or 1.5 years, then try to jump to another company. But make sure you should be strong. Okay, guys, let me stop this recording.